Alright, just send the link out, make sure everybody gets that. Alright, cool. All right, so how is everybody? Good morning. Sorry, I was looking at a couple things. My bad, I was reading again. So we already posted the daily updates. SPY's game plan is buyers either hold 467.80, 468.30s range, or they break and retest over 471.20s. Sellers, you're looking to break and retest under 467.80. 467.80, 468.30s range, that's this here. Or rejection of 470. So if you can get back up into this area and get some sort of lower high or double top or some sort of resistance and they break it back down, awesome. But yeah, I guess I'll leave the arrows up. Did the arrows help y'all? Good morning, Ace. I saw you there first. E, Eric Beard, Alexis, Mel, King Carnage, SF, Timmy, Arax, Daffy, Sanddollar. Good morning, each and every one of you. Good morning, Green Candlestick. Good morning, VC. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning to all of you. Let's see what kind of day we're going to get today. Alright, so after posting both SPY and Triple Q, SPY definitely looks a lot better. This is, of course, it's a bigger mix of sectors, but they're still holding the area of fatality is what we're going to call it. If it loses this, sellers are going to take over and possibly bring us down a lot more. On the Triple Q chart, we've already broken this area on their chart. It's just a different, of course, number. But they lost their previous day's base by a lot, so they're under some pretty important levels. If we do not get back up into here, or SPY does not continue to hold, this could be what brings SPY down. So right now you're kind of having what happened yesterday. You're kind of having a balancing effect kind of happen where one of these are doing a lot better at open, or one of them are doing a lot worse. And right now you have the tech sector doing a lot worse than SPY at the open, and this is pretty crucial because of the levels that we're losing. So very awkward open for the stock market today. We can go over the news if y'all want as well. Good morning, Jacko. Good morning, Taylor. Good morning, everybody. I think I already said everybody else's name. Good morning to you if I did not say your name. So we had jobless claims, continued jobless claims, PMI final for services and composite. We got crude oil inventory, and then of course more news about the spot Bitcoin ETF thing. which you're going to be hearing about this one probably for the first half of the stock market year. This whole first half of the year, you're probably going to hear about this one a lot. So don't be worried about that one. Now this one, this is what you should be clicking on. My bad if you didn't see what I clicked on. Go back to that screen. When you're on this website, financialjuice.com, and you're looking at the news, if you go over to the very top section, this is always here for the most part. But when you said week ahead economic indicators -US, click that. Go to Thursday, because that's what today is, the 4th of January. And you can actually read on what each of these pieces of news are. And then if you actually just kind of cheat, you can go straight to the what to expect part, and you can read exactly what you need to know. So if you just want to read those what to expect parts, be my guest, because those are very strong parts of reading. Plus, it actually gives you detailed information on what the hell you're actually looking at. Briefing, again, I don't really plug these websites enough, but hold up, waiting for the ad to pop up. There it is. So it's not here right now. I'll show it later, but you end up getting really cool summaries. But I like to look at the corporate news overnight, because this can sometimes show you upgrades and downgrades you might not have seen. Like Apple. Apple's right there. That's the largest stock in the largest equity in the market right now. That's pretty important. Home Depot, pretty important. AbbVie, pretty important. So, just nice to see these things. And in case there's anything you just haven't heard yet, it's just nice to scan over them real quick and read it. And if there's any other economic data information you want to read here too, you can. But the briefing part's the best. And I would show you the earnings website, but there's really nothing to show because there's really not that many earnings this week. You guys have been seeing my post every morning, and you'll see there's not really that many earnings right now. We're out of earnings season. Good morning, Chill Will. Good morning, Chem Trades. Good morning. Be sure to drop a like on today's stream. So far, we've just gone over the game plans for SPY, Triple Q. We've gone over some of the news that's happening today, some of the websites you can use to be informed on that news each day. Good post in the trade floor by a few people. Good morning, Chris. What you up to? Good morning, Mikey. Like I said, SPY's in a pretty good spot. We saw triple Qs down as much as 0.4, 0.45%, I believe. And they're under their previous day lows, so we're really keeping our eyes on that one as well. Oh, so here's some interesting stuff. So here's like Apple on the bigger time frames. This is how we charted this. And it is slowly getting back into the area that was supply, and it turned into short-term demand. So far, we haven't really had a major retest since this. And here we are again. So we're getting a bit I can't speak today. We're getting a bit bigger of a major retest today. It's not just hitting it. It's actually giving us a bigger chance of settling here for a couple days. So I would not be surprised if Apple starts to do that. We also have an inside bar on Microsoft, and that kind of lines up with what I just said on Apple. I wouldn't be surprised if we finally got some settling. But as you can see, though, Microsoft's been doing this. Microsoft's been in kind of a huge range between 363 and 377. I know that's pretty big, but still, it's crazy how many candles have stuck together like that. So there's a lot of built-up potential energy in the Microsoft chart is what I'm saying. That's what's needing to happen on the Apple chart. So hopefully that happens, maybe at the same time, maybe not. You guys know how it is between Apple and Microsoft and how they sometimes will trade together, sometimes they won't. And this will, of course, give us different strengths and weaknesses on the market based on the tech sector. Because, again, that is the top two weights of the largest sector in the stock market. So that is very important. God, there's a lot of talking. So we got some slight positivity at the open on SPY, holding great areas still. We do not have that here on the triple Q chart, so two different stories going on right now. I'd also like to add the 10-year, been bringing this up a lot more recently, is very positive today. The dollar, slightly positive today. If we go over to our ADD chart, we see that we are definitely opening in the best position this week that we have all week. We have not opened like this at all. We've been opening down here, or we've been opening in the middle of this range, crashing down, and then hitting this area down here at minus 1500. We're actually holding the flat parts. This means more stocks are positive than negative right now on the New York Stock Exchange. So we'll see if that pace continues. We'll see if that changes. We'll see if that gives up. We'll see if these actually build base and move back higher. But that's the plan, though. Like I said, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Hope you guys have been enjoying some of the content. If you have not already, please be sure to check out the new course. We have a new course out on the channel. Of course, if you're coming from YouTube, you're going to probably go through YouTube. So if you want to, you can go to community. You can go straight to the latest post. It has both the first and the second one. If you only want the latest one, only click the second link. It's also on Twitter and on Discord if you guys are somewhere there. But yeah, hope you enjoy that. We got our game plans for SPY, Triple Q. Now we wait. Leland. I didn't even check VIX, I'll be honest. Let's look. Remember, guys, this tracks volatility. Oh, they are above 14 again. How nice. I don't remember what I charted here and why, but I just like to look at short-term positivity or seeing short-term just information in general. It's not even just green or not. But yeah, they're definitely building some low and higher low and building off of that higher low on the volatility chart. Which could mean a couple things. One, moves are coming. Two, fear might be stepping in. Could just be indecision for all we know. Could still be positive. We'll see though. You have a course? Yeah, I mean... You'd be surprised the questions I get, man. You'd be surprised. Good morning. Not sure how I ended up on the wrong day stream, but I'm here now. Which one did you click on? Were we killing it that day? Was the stock market going up? That would be kind of throw you off, wouldn't it, though? You click on an old stream, you're like, why is SPY at 430? Like, what's going on? Did we gap down? Also posted IWM. I need to add that to this watch list. Oh, it is on this watch list. I'm blind. I just need to move it. Okay, let's... How do you move things? There we go. Sorry, what I was going to say is that I've been starting to post IWM for any of you small caps traders in the Reason Over Risk channel. So, not every day, but occasionally I'm going to be posting some daily time frame analysis. Just kind of updating the story of the chart, really. But small caps have been taking some pretty big hits past few days. I know a couple of you guys have been shorting them. It's not news. But nice hit into 205.50s. Just a slowdown here. You know, you're still not super bearish on this, but it's funny because this did gap down under the entirety of the previous day, but it remained green. So that's kind of wild. And then it does a bearish kicker, does the same thing it did here, and then does another bearish kicker. So there's been a lot of just aggressive selling happening here. And I was saying you guys can look for any... if this is where it starts to slow down, the bottom of this zone from the high down here, that you can look at 201.30 down to about 200. It's 199.50, but I said about 200. In this general vicinity for potential bearish retest. So if you end up seeing another just big bearish candle pop up here, definitely get in on a swing on that and risk the 201.30s, 202 area. But overall, if it just keeps flushing under 193.50, nothing we can do about that retest information yet. And they might just keep a single candle retest, double candle retest here under 196, which would be very, very short term. And if they just flush it under 193.50s, which they can definitely do, the two targets for this will be the middle of this candle and then the top of the latest zone. So that'll be the two targets for IWM if this does crack down before any kind of better retest can pop up for us. But so either way, we're kind of set. It doesn't matter if it goes up. It doesn't matter if it goes down. Either way, we're set for what may be next. And if it just completely holds and busts out, then whatever. We'll switch. We'll flip back bullish and we'll get back in our higher lows if they pop up. If they pop up, we don't always get that. But yeah, I'm going to start posting more of that for you IWM traders. Russells are very smart. Russells are very interesting. If you don't know what they are, I would definitely check them out. If you don't know what the Russell 1, 2, or 3000 are, definitely check it out. There's more sectors than just SPY and triple Q. It is nice to look around. No, it was a quiet morning. I'm on my phone. I can't see the charts. Okay. Leland. I was a little late to it, Spicy Pepper, but at 8:37 my time, really good post. So the other day I posted XLK, and I posted how, well, let me open it up more. How we were at the next level a couple days ago. Like, if we lose 186.90s, is not going to be good. We ended up gapping under it the other day, and here we are again today, gapping down again. And we're almost next to the next area now. So, a little bit of more room below, in case they do just want to keep pulling us down further. But if not, we'll see if they can retake what was lost. So right now we're kind of in limbo mode for a lot of these sectors, like tech especially. Discretionary, which is definitely going to be around that same area. Comms, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but they've actually been holding a very, very, very good area on their bigger time frames, the daily time frame with our whole monthly emerging, weekly zone setup. Comms are actually holding in a very good spot. It didn't even look like they pulled back that much, which I know they did, but they really haven't in the grand scheme of things. So they're holding a very good area. If we do end up getting any kind of basing across the market, this might be a sector that's going up while everything else is slowing down. So keep this in mind. If everything does base out and move back up short term, this would be the sector to watch. Energy, also kind of getting some life to it due to not just news, but also potential news coming out, not just this week, but also next week. So keep your eye on that. Also, potential drama rising in the overseas. So if the overseas drama continues to pick up, this chart could definitely get more attention. I don't know if I'd play it, just because of that reason. Find other reasons, but definitely going to probably see more attention on the energy charts over the next couple months. And why do we not have this charted further? Oh, that's the all-time high. Okay, never mind. Wow, that's crazy. Since here, that's the all-time high. I remember talking about this very in-depth, but I have not been looking at the XLV chart as much. But it's been clearly coming to life, which we knew that yesterday and the day before because of how many of those healthcare charts were killing it. Here's the banks, too. Look, they're kind of coiling. They're up above the next area. They've held it as support with an inside bar, and they've produced a positive push to the upside after the inside bar. So I'm not going to lie, this looks super explosive. So again, if we start moving up or we start slowing down, this would be another sector to look at. If we start pulling back down, same thing. I mean, this would be a great position sector because it's up so much that it could come back down very well and break its short-term support, come back down to where that inside bar is. So if we end up pulling back down as well, that's another thing to have in your mind. It's not just about if we go up. So have positioning in your head. SPY slowing down. Looks like they're slightly red on the day. Q's back to where they were at the open. I said triple Q back to current day open, key for more blood or not. Which, that's kind of the same story for both SPY and triple Q right now. Both of those are in areas where if they were to break, it could definitely be where it gets bloody from. If this is where it holds and bases out, this is definitely where you'd want to see buyers build confidence. Kind of awkward. There's really no direction yet. Like, you've lost support clearly. You're clearly bearish on triple Q, but a little awkward because SPY hasn't really done that yet. You know, on the if you're looking at this chart by itself, you're like, oh, dude, I'm in puts. I'm in puts as long as this overnight gap holds. I'm in this for sure. But then you're looking at SPY and you're like, well, hold up. We're at the next part of the chart that can definitely be fatal for it, but if it ends up holding, it can be a little awkward for the triple Q chart. So, weird spot for the market at the open, especially the first 20 minutes. I would definitely be a lot more bearish than bullish right now. You have a lot more bearish signals going on, but gotta have that in the back of your mind. IWM also doing the same thing as SPY. Apple pulled down a lot lower and broke down under their open. The only thing holding them there is their today's low, as well as... Nope, that's it. Their today's low. That's the only thing holding Apple right there. Microsoft is still an inside bar. Nvidia is still holding. This is, again, a pretty big weight in that sector as well. Not as big as Apple or Microsoft, but still important. Still holding its overnight gap. Still holding good supports from previous day lows. Huge move to the downside on Amazon overnight. Don't really have that on Tesla, so XLY sector fighting against itself. Pretty crucial area here on Tesla, it looks like. Kind of holding the higher low of yesterday, as well as right where they closed. Filled that overnight gap. Could get explosive if they hold that short-term dip, but if they end up losing whatever this is right here, it could definitely be bloody. Come on. And who knows? Maybe SPY goes up and hits 470s and rejects, and then that's perfectly where the Qs can go hit their previous day lows and reject. And next thing you know, we get a really big bloody move after that. Maybe they retake, they build some base, it's really awkward for a little longer, and they work back towards 400. And at the same time, SPY can work towards 472s. You know, maybe that's what we see today. Either of those scenarios. This is a pretty good position chart. I know Daffy's all over this one. PG. It's just up from open. Good job, Daffy. So far. Oh, I don't need to post anything. It's already ready. We're good. Never mind. IWM, triple Q. See what I mean? Like, you could have been trapped in that just because you thought it was breaking open. It's just awkward for triple Q because of SPY. Like I said, I would definitely be way more bearish on triple Q until we see something else. But I'm just saying why it's awkward for them. Why they're not just dumping at the open. Because they did everything they could right at the open to break previous day lows, but since then we have yet to really get anything else. So really looking... QQQ should probably be your better focus right now, I'll be honest. You can probably trade pretty good trades on SPY as long as it's holding higher lows here. It's just risky until you see something else. Because these are just in two completely different spots. Same price action, just two different spots. Holy D-Touch, are you an A, B, and B inside trader or some shit? He just called it out this morning in two different channels, actually. Pretty crazy, and it's just flying. Good job, man. I love to see the winners happen faster because then it feels a lot better. You're like, all right, oof, I can get out of this and go focus on something else. Go enjoy your day. Dude, kick ass, seriously. That's a cool ticker to call out, too. It's not like everybody's calling out A, B, and B. And at the same time, as D-Touch killing it in A, B, and B, you have Daffy killing it in PG in the Reason Over Risk channel, guys. This is crazy. Again, you only need basic access to actually see this channel here. This is the channel I post my daily game plans in, my daily level links. This is what I was talking about with IWM, you know, just posting good TA on it every now and then. But also, a lot of my friends post their plays in here, and he's already up 50% on that. That is crazy. Yeah, don't be greedy. That's what I like to see. At least trim, because damn, that's a fast move. Great job, D-Touch. Great job, Daffy. Leland will also post in there sometimes. I'll post in there sometimes. There's a ton of other guys that have access there now. It's really just a channel for a lot of my friends to just kind of post whatever they're looking at, really. They don't have to do it, but they do. Good stuff, though, guys. It's really cool to see different tickers called out. Good job, Mel, in your 31% now trade. Just now seeing it. Morning, Chuck. Good to see you. Tech is the only thing weighing us down, right? It's not the only thing. It's just the only thing I have showing. Let me show all sectors so you can see everything. Yeah, no, that would be the main thing holding us down, actually. Yeah, so, yeah, you were right. The triple Qs, the pure blood sector, XLK, is definitely not in a good shape. Well, everything else is trying to just kind of hold at the open or build from their overnight gap down or just hold what they had the day before. The banks are killing it. We talked about this on the daily time frame pretty much right at the open, talking about how this does have a lot of built-up base here. So I really wouldn't be surprised if the banks do kill it, but it's also the best position sector for the most part besides healthcare, that if we do pull back, they would also be good for shorts. So keep that in mind in case everything does turn over in the next couple days. Bigger time frame chart. This is really what I wanted to go over with everybody. This is my favorite chart by far. So, do you guys remember when we... Here, I'll scroll back. Do you guys remember when we talked about this? Let's see if you guys have or not. Throw up a thumbs up or an emoji or something to, you know, tell me that you have seen this part of the daily time frame chart. You have seen this explanation. Do you guys remember this part of the daily chart? We had the bearish kicker, we had the bearish engulfing, and we had another bearish kicker, but finally, the third candlestick was what gave us confirmation, and then, of course, further retesting of it gave us even more confirmation that things were looking like they want to come down a lot more. This is kind of what we're looking out for again. We don't just call tops here. We call technical tops. So this is a top, but you don't know to just start shorting it yet. You don't just start shorting a top as soon as it pops up, right? You have to wait until the base gives out, and then the structure break is what you're trying to trade. If you want to trade lower highs of that, be my guest. It'll take more time as well, but it's a very powerful idea. So what you're looking for is for multiple bearish candlesticks and a break of structure, not just one or the other. You need both. And that's kind of what's happening here. We just don't have a break of structure yet. And this happened back here, and this is when I first initially brought this up again, is because we did have a gapped up small body candle, a gapped down small body candle, a gapped up small body candle, and I've told y'all that that is very indicative of a overbought or oversold move. If you get a gap down or gapped up small body candle on the daily, that indicates that something has been overbought or oversold for the most part, and I can tell you that without turning on RSI or anything else. That's just a good basic rule, right? So just that the steam might be giving out. We end up getting another gapped up candle, pretty strong candle, not gonna lie, it's an alright candle, so not gonna say that's overbought or oversold. And then what do we get after that? A crow pattern. We get a lower open and a lower close, very lower close. We end up getting an inside candle, a positive print, so it's kind of, again, initiating that we're still bullish after this candle. Then we end up getting a gapped up small body candle again in the all-time high supply, right? We end up getting a gap down candle again, bit of a hammer holding short-term support, gap down small body, gap down small body, gap down small body. So we have a lot of overbought and oversold stuff going on here, right? I said it a lot going left to right there, meaning there's a lot of gas given out here. It's very tired, it's exhausted, so we're either one, building structure, to break through all-time highs, or we're building structure to then break it in the near term so we have enough potential energy or enough fuel in the tank to actually get us to further levels. If we just built up a little bit of base and then broke, we'd probably only make it to here, right? With this amount of base built, you could end up breaking this structure here at 467.50 and not just make it to here or here. You might actually make it down to the bottom of our last basing period. You're down here at 453.60s. That'd be pretty crazy. So that's kind of what we're looking out for in the near-term future on the SPY bigger time frame chart. But this right here was kind of really just the bread and butter of how we did it last time. You know, and what was funny is I wasn't even the first person to call out shorts on that last time that happened. I think D-Touch was, and then there was a couple of, I think Leland was all over it, of course, Big Bear. But everybody was all over that in chat, and I was super excited about it. So I'm really excited to see, does it happen again? Do we end up getting that same look again, or does this end up holding, building up enough energy to break through all-time highs? Who knows? You know, really anything is possible right here. But I just wanted to let everybody know the true level of blood is coming, blood is on the streets, is still not broken. This level is what we talked about a couple weeks ago. We're here again. With the same pace, too. You know, we went up like for 3 days, and then we just came down in 1. We went up for 4, almost 5 days. We came down in 3. So it's very interesting to see that we're able to move so quickly in this range and not break anything. At least the important stuff. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on. But I hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. Please be sure to drop a like on the stream if you like the breakdowns. New high of day on SPY, by the way, while I was talking. Triple Q's still holding some base. Let's go. Tesla new high of day. God, I gotta like drink water after I do that every time. Yeah, great plays, Daffy and D-Touch for sure. VC, sorry for getting to your question. So lady said, Josh, do you think any impact of Epstein's flight log, which was released yesterday, has any impact on the market? Also, Chris added on to that saying the whole list has not been released, and he is correct. The entire list has not been released yet. But I'd also like to add that I'm kind of a yes and a no on that question. I'll be honest with you. I feel like it might have impact on people's opinions. I don't think it'll have an opinion based on the stock market, though. I'll be honest with you. Money moves, money tells, money moves the world, man. And I just don't believe that late news will have a current impact. I just don't. From a stock market point of view, no, it will probably not. Unless they just come out and they're like, oh my God, Bill Gates and the Apple CEO are in on this. It's like, okay, then yeah, maybe it will have an effect on it. But unless I see something like that, no, I don't. Money moves this planet, I'm sorry to say. As evil as that sounds. And so, no, that will probably not do anything to most stocks on the stock market. A lot of people think that it will, but I genuinely believe a lot of people's opinions are diluted on this. Now, I'm not saying I'm a friend of Epstein or I support anything he's ever... No, he's one of the most evil people to ever exist. But this also didn't happen just now. This has been out in the world. Everybody's known about this for months now, for a while now. So I don't think it's going to have as big as an impact as people think. Yes, it was a very evil thing. Yes, it was very bad. It was horrible. But it's also not going to move the stock market. I'm sorry to tell you guys. That's just not how the world works. So no, it's probably not going to have an impact on the stock market unless you see something detrimental come out that's like, oh my God, Bill Gates did this or Warren Buffett did that. Like, I'm talking about people who actually move equities in the stock market. Like, even though you guys keep seeing JPM everywhere, I know, because JP Morgan's probably going to pop up the most around this Epstein thing. And by the way, this is the only time I'm talking about this. I'm not going to sit here and talk about Epstein every day in here. I think it's just a stupid topic. But what I was going to say is JP Morgan is probably the most involved in this whole case. So that's someone you're going to see their name thrown around a lot, but it's because they currently own the bank that was kind of involved with all the Epstein stuff. The Epstein Bank is what a bunch of people call it, but it was just two people getting together. One of the dudes ended up being with one of the girlfriends of Epstein, and then they ended up meeting up later on. He put a bunch of money into them, and then JP Morgan put a bunch of money into them. And so it is a legit deal that JP Morgan owns the old Epstein account, or bank, you could say. And so that's a little sketchy, but that might be one of the biggest pieces of news you'll see come out of that, I'll be honest. But that's another thing, though. Like, everyone thinks every time JP Morgan has bad news come out, oh, that means the stock's going to fall. Like, no, you would be wrong 10 out of 10 times. If last year or the year before it came out that JP Morgan personally invested into this big shipping container ship, I don't know what you call it, but it had a lot of shipping containers on it, right? And it had nothing but cocaine inside of these things, right? And it came down on top of JP Morgan's head. They paid a couple $1 million of a fine, which that's very normal, by the way. Whenever a big bank does something wrong, they just pay a couple $1 million and they're all good again. But no, I just genuinely don't see it doing anything detrimental to the stock market. I don't see that coming out, and that's the thing that makes the stock market gap down 22%. Like, I just don't see that happening. So, and I know some people might disagree with my opinion, but like I said, that is one of the most evil things that could happen on this planet. But that doesn't mean it has to move the stock market. So please have a realistic view. Some Alex Jones vibes. Yeah, that's why I don't like talking about this stuff, because this stuff is very edgy. Like, everybody's very on the fence with these topics. While I'm like perfect neutral ground, I generally do not have an aggressive opinion or extremity opinion towards either side. I see both sides for what it is. Stock market, Epstein, it doesn't matter. You know, there's two sides to every story. And I'm not saying you should be like, oh, Epstein was a good guy. No, he definitely was not. But I just don't think it's going to move the stock market. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong. Everybody's wrong every now and then. We'll see. All right, back to the stocks, though, guys. I haven't really updated anything on SPY or Triple Q yet because nothing really has changed. We still have positivity on SPY, still holding good levels, and we still have Triple Qs under very important levels. But they're trying their best to hold on. Weight-wise, a lot of things have changed. Banks kept going up. Industrials kept going up. Healthcare... Energy slowing down, utilities chilled. Discretionary picking back up. I think that's because of Amazon. I know Tesla's going up. I know that. But Amazon was down a lot this morning, and they're trying to build back up. So you have a kind of a combining factor there in the XLY sector picking back up. So that could be good. Could be good for bulls. Who knows? Google still just kind of basing out. Meta also boring. I think we talked about how XLC was boring, but if we do see a breakout in the market, that's the one you want to look at. That and XLF. How's my baby John Deere doing? Okay, so this one was interesting too. I thought this was cool just for any of my, pattern recognition people in here, anybody who likes looking at candlestick patterns. This one was really cool. So we had the double inside bar, we had the retest candle, we had the breakout. We had the second retest, and then we had the breakout. It's funny that we took all of our profits off the table, and I'm happy we did, but this ended up turning into a bearish candle after looking like a very strong bullish breakout, and then we got a bearish kicker. So then I was like, you know what, we need to just watch whatever this broke out and tried to hold above and couldn't, and then that's what we need to look at to see, do more bearish candlesticks pop up here, because if so, then we can look for more shorts. Well, I personally won't. I don't like shorting John Deere. I'll just wait and then pick it up when it's long again. But if it ends up holding over this, that would be a good invalidation, and buyers could retake this back towards 410s. So kind of keeping that in mind. But I just thought it was cool how it went from a very strong inverted bearish hammer into a very strong bearish kicker. So very quick selling pressure popping up on that chart. Good morning, all. A little late to the stream. Perfectly fine, David Q. How you doing this morning, man? A late good morning to all. Busy day and won't be able to trade. Just popping in to tell y'all to kill it today. Appreciate that, Matthew. Hope you have a great day as well, man. Michael said, what do you think of AVGO chart? Do you want me to look at the daily? Do you want me to look at the smaller time frame? Let me know which ones you're wanting me to look at. If you're requesting a chart, I need to know if you're looking at the daily for swings or you're looking at the smaller time frame for day trades. Just need to know some context here. Yeah, we can look at AVGO. Oh my gosh. Guys, check this out. Post it when he's down. Post it when he's getting in. And then both of them hit really big gains. Look at that. Over 50%. Over 50%. Which I can't stand when people are like, 50's alright. What do you mean 50's alright? That's literally half of what you put in. If I put 300 in, made $150, that would be 50%. That would be half of what I invested. That is a lot. And he's calling out on the trade floor for free for anybody who's not a full-on member. That's so cool, these guys. Good job, D-Touch. Good job, Daffy. Good job, everybody posting in chat today. The teamwork lately has been insane. God, that chart's crazy. Also, when I was going through my charts the other night, I found out Netflix is also an inside bar. Pretty big one, too. Maybe we could chart that together. You guys want to do that? Maybe. So you do the big boy, then you do the little boy, and then you extend... Wait. What I like to do is this first. Green. I turn the top to green. Turn the bottom to red. Red, pink, whatever you want. And then I extend the bottom one and the top one. Whoops. I auto zoom, go to the max daily, which you don't really have to on this chart. Oh, yeah, you do. And then I like to get a couple of merging candles that are under that level. So that would be one. Wait, where am I at? Oh, I'm all lost on the chart now. That would be one, that would be one, that would be one, and that's it. And then a couple above it. So that one, and that one. And then you go back down to the... I mean, I like to do this just to get one more look at it. You know, here's like the outside, here's the outside, here's the first target, here's the outside, here's the first target, here's other targets outside of that. And then, of course, if you see stuff like this, it's like, well, here's a recent low. Should I grab that? Yeah, you probably should. You see something over here where it's like, well, here's a past supply, you know, you can include that. Oh, there was an old supply here from the previous. We broke it, couldn't hold above it, even tested it once, and then we broke it. So we're kind of under a bearish retest right now, but with an inside bar. So indecision popping up after a drop. Very normal. And then also, you can go down to the 5-day, 5-minute. You can include your BB levels. You got your previous day low, previous day high, previous day open, close, all that good stuff. And it can just help give you more information. So here's Netflix inside bar levels. Pretty cool. Kind of cool. I was like heavy on typing the plays yesterday. Now you got everybody else doing it today. It's kind of cool. Probably the daily, it's sometimes a tough day trade. All right, my bad, Michael. I have a whole chat, you know, I'm looking around and stuff. Let's go to it now, though. Probably the daily. So when I chart, wow, looks like I've already done some charting on this. When I chart the daily time frame, because that's what I'm going to be looking at, I don't chart the daily, if that makes sense. I chart the monthly and the weekly, and then I look down on the daily. So let's get some emergent candles. If you don't know what that is, basically I'm just grabbing the top of each green candle that makes a new high. The meat of it, that is, not the close. I mean, not the high, sorry. I am grabbing the close. Weekly, I'd like to grab supply and demand. Pretty simple rules. In this case, I'm just going to go down to that level. But you go from the high of each move down to the open of the last green candle before the reversal down. Demand would be the opposite, except that you're grabbing from the low. Actually, it's a good example right here. From the low to the top of the last red candle before the reversal back up. So we got one right there. Kind of got a short-term supply here. I was going to draw it here, but then I looked over here. And this, honestly, is just interesting here. You could probably just highlight that, but I'm going to leave it blank. And then because of this massive move up, I am going to go from this... No, wait. Sorry. From the high of the breakout here to the high of the move. Yep, I was just about to say, I bet it's touching it or it's close to it. We're going to grab those two levels. So that's interesting. And let's color them so we remember these aren't just normal, like, emergent candles or anything. This is the halfway point. This is the golden pocket of the range from the weekly. So that's pretty easy to remember. And then we go to the daily chart, and since this is what we're looking at, this is what we're going to be focused on. So really nice breakdown. One thing I want to start, because you need to give yourself context, Michael, and anybody else paying attention. You guys need to have context. So we have a high, and then we have an inside candle form, right here, inside of it. So now we're looking to see, do we get a negative print after or a positive print? You actually end up getting the negative print the very next day. Very clean. Didn't break down, though, but it also didn't break anything to invalidate this inside bar. If it had came back up and at least broken this day's open and close, then I'd say, okay, I can understand why you're a little fearful and why this might come back up. It's a pretty strong uptrend. And then they came back down, broke it again. Here we are again. So before your next major move, I would genuinely look from this area here, from that golden pocket that we drew. Again, that was pretty much from that candle's high all the way to the all-time high. Oh, look how clean that lined up. But yeah, that's what I would look for. I would just look for a move outside of this. If you get a move outside of this, it's probably just going to go fill that gap. So that needs to be your first target. If it gets past that and this stays open, you can definitely look to see if they're going to try to fill that second gap. If you don't get any of that, you just get rejections here and they crack down further. Then you can look for more pullback towards this area, which if you want to mark these with an actual price level, you can. Looks like 1,000 would be a good mark, though. I'm just saying that from a psychological point of view, and it's lining up as a TA level. That's pretty strong. Triple Q just turned green for a second there, guys. First time in a long time. But Michael, let me know if that helps you. Let me know if any of this was helpful, if your opinion lined up pretty close to this, or if you were way off of it, or if you have something else extra to add on to it, please let me know. That's a clean chart, though, guys. We're going to have to add that on here. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if we'll trade it, but definitely pretty clean. It's a tech sector. It's pure blood tech. It's like Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA. And also, we can do one more thing. Is it a big weight? Oh, they just passed NVIDIA. Oh, that kind of burns. Should we move them up? What did I just do? Damn, NVIDIA. I honestly haven't seen anybody pass NVIDIA on the pure blood tech in a minute. It's always been Adobe, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft. It's always been those four. Wow. Shout out to AVGO Bulls. Y'all have accomplished. Oh, Triple Q's back to red. Data in 40 minutes. Daffy said, watch oil tickers, everybody. That was awesome. Appreciate that. I'll be looking for more downside. Awesome, Michael. Make sure you follow what we talked about, though. See, it's okay to be bullish or bearish. That's totally cool. But be non-biased with your trades. Like, you should be super pivotal, and that's what makes a really strong trader, is someone who can be both bullish and bearish. So if you can come up with a plan that's like, all right, I'm bearish as long as this is happening, or I'm bullish as long as this is happening. What you just did right there is conditional formatting. If this, then that. And that right there is how a computer trades. It's exactly how you want to aim. That's how your planning should be. Damn, you noticed and you didn't say anything? Nice trade. I was looking at that retest of previous day supply as well. Good job, Alexis, on your SPY Scout. Didn't know it was a thing. You didn't know the top weights of the pure blood tech sector? Man, get out of my face. I'm just kidding, by the way. Wow, awesome. Good job, Fantastic John. So he was saying, damn, SPY 15-minute gave a 3-bar play to the upside, and then afterwards I said 5-minute had higher lows, holding demand still too. It was just awkward because of the triple Qs being under previous day low. He said, I got into calls with the higher lows, but sold because of the position of triple Q. Thought there would be a reaction around previous day low for triple Q. XLK is currently there. Good update. I can picture all of that in my head. I am such disappointment. What a way to say that. My meta swing not working at the moment. Stick with what you planned. Timmy said, I'm in mental poots. We're at the golden pocket of yesterday's high of day to low of day. 1 minute inside bar failed breakouts, now getting a negative print. Also with triple Q rejecting previous day close. I like, dude, Timmy, who is this guy? Who is this? Timmy, amazing breakdown, man. He's all over it. Timmy, yeah. Timmy's on it, though. And yeah, triple Q is still bearish, guys. We don't have any positive confirmations on that. Yes, it's like from open it's bullish, but it hasn't done anything. It hasn't broken or taken anything. Keep that in mind. IWM and SPY holding on for dear life. SPY's actually giving itself some room now, so that's a good sign. Meaning other sectors are coming up, even if tech is not. Another Jedi. I'm doing the same, Timmy. Great job, man. Good job to both of you then, David Q and Timmy. This is what you created, B. I'm just glad to see everybody calling out the right stuff, keeping it clean and simple. I like that Timmy's man enough, because I feel like not enough of you guys do this or take this serious enough. And J-Bake touched on this very early on in his journey in our chat. But a lot of people don't take this serious enough in terms of like actually taking mental reps. All right, here's my entry. If it does this, I take profit. If it does this, I'm out. Like, just not even watching a contract, just watching the screen and saying that to yourself is helpful. And not enough people do it. You know, you'll ask somebody, do you watch contract pricing? Do you watch this? Do you watch that? And they'll tell you, no, I just started my account last week. I wanted to get into live trades after taking paper trades. Like, what? You did some paper trades and now you're doing a live account. What? That's not going to help you. It's just unrealistic quotes. It's unrealistic fills. It's not like real trading at all. And then you're jumping into a real account and expecting it to feel the same. Like, it's going to feel horrible when you get done with it. And if you do get by it, it's going to be delusional. So, but what I like about what Timmy said, though, is that he's taking mental poots, and then he broke down exactly why. He said why, he said what would happen, and then also giving yourself that invalidation point of like, all right, well, if it does this, I'm out. I'm not going to keep sitting in this. That would just hurt my position. So honestly, shout out to you, Timmy. Shout out to anybody who's man enough to take mental plays. And if you watch it with the contract, even better. If you don't, it's okay. But I'm at least glad to see some of you guys getting mental reps, because that's what you need more of before you take real trades. Actually visualizing, okay, this is what I want to see when I'm in. This is what I want to see when I'm out. You'll constantly see me say that kind of stuff too, like, SPY's kind of awkward here, triple Q's not, triple Q's bearish, SPY's kind of bullish from open, blah, blah, so we kind of have an awkward positioning. So it's not high probability that I'm going to grab a position on either of them until we see more information. Now, triple Q puts are looking really damn good, and validation can be previous day close. That's something I like. And see, this is what I was talking about. Seeing SPY come up, try to give us better positioning, and if they do break back down, this might be what triple Qs need to actually push lower, but we'll see. Could also be the opposite, and SPY's holding up higher, and if triple Qs break higher, this could be what helps SPY break higher. So who knows? Kind of have both scenarios working at the same time right now. BA needed some positivity on their chart, and they're finally getting it. Inside bar, though, I'm very excited to see that. We'll see if that holds like that all day. Same for Roku. We talked about Roku not looking good as long as it could not take 94. Sand dollar was all over that a couple days ago, and here they are under 90s in the 87s. So we'll be looking at Roku again soon. A lot of people were probably looking for snow to break out here, and then it did not, trapping a lot of people on this candle. This happened, so that's a lot of trapped. So I wouldn't be surprised if we worked ourselves back up to the middle of that candle, and if we did get a rejection, we could take another short play there. If not, we see a retake. That could be where bulls try to take it higher. PayPal had a rough day yesterday. They're kind of at the bottom of their next zone. Nothing really new on that one. Years still holding a lot of their gains. I go to chat, the first thing I read is D-Touch saying, my laptop died. The charger was never plugged into the outlet. That's funny. Also, guys, if you do have a Twitter account or X account, whatever you want to call it, I don't care, please let me know. If you do have an account and I don't follow you, please let me know. I would gladly follow you back. I try to follow back all of our traders, people who support the group and all that good stuff. Twitter's not loading for some reason. But if you do follow my account and I'm not following you, please just let me know. I will gladly follow you back. But I want to follow as many of you as I can. Tesla trying to stay above pre-market high. Good call out. Oxy again, hammer at support on the 5-minute. Good call out by Daffy. Daffy and Chuck, good updates. Can somebody tell me what the Hyatt Hotels ticker is? I believe it's like HY. Wait, I could just search it. Oh, it's just H straight up. Okay, cool. See, this is one of the Epstein stocks. This is like one of the worst ones that you can see. There's almost no reaction. This looks just like the overall stock market right now. You know, it's really not doing anything. So, I'm serious when I say like the separation between that. Yeah, weirdly enough, though, it does kind of look good for shorts. Regardless of that. For profit, are you serious? He said, "Hey boss, I've been away the lot." I'm sorry if you didn't want me to read this DM out loud, but I have to because I've had this question from other people. So I'm going to use you as my kind of intro into that answering of the question. But he said, "Hey boss, I've been away the last few months and getting back into trading for 2024. Signed up for BB Lifetime. Shout out to you, dude. And ready to dig in. Is there a link to order the new program you and Leland put together? Apologies if it's been blah 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 blah." Yes, it has been. I'll retag you, dude. Did you really just now get Lifetime? Shout out to you. Let me welcome you in there. I believe your name's the same. Wait, no it isn't. Dude, shout out to you though. Thank you for messaging me. And yeah, glad to have you in there. I can't find your handle. I've been trying to tag you. If you see the Lifetime section, though, go to Lifetime Trade Floor and type in there, like say hi or something. But that's where the link is. I just like arrow keyed up to it. So if you click that, it should take you straight to it. And then there's the code. So you get the course for no extra cost. I don't think you have Lifetime, by the way. I just looked. Saying in here, he's probably kicked off the board when he was initially arrested. Yeah, probably. Like it's just people don't think like these companies will like make adjustments. Like yes, they will. They want to continue existing. Following me was the greatest day of my Twitter life. Hey man, I'm glad I could make that. No, I mean, y'all are mainly the pages I tell you all the pages I pay attention to. Like, I read Jake, I read a couple of the guys I'm, like, sub to, but that's it. Like, besides that, it's literally just you guys. And I'm really not on Twitter that much anyway, and neither should y'all. Rally base, 100% Daffy. Chris said, funny enough, I work at Hyatt. And we're always having trafficking modules and trainings, like, Jesus. Guys, I need help. What is the name of the song in the background? Here, I'll put my headset on. I'll join in on the phone. This song that's playing right now, Daffy, or was it the one before? Okay. Yeah, you're good for profit. Okay, cool. It is very strong, Timmy. I'm glad to see you using it, man. It's funny, like I've had a lot of people like try to like educate me on that, and then I like quickly humble them. I'm like, hold up, relax, chief. I actually have an entire system on the 9 EMA, the 21 EMA. I actually gave credit to the original creator too, because in my breakdown, actually, maybe it's not even this channel, but you click playlist. Sorry, I'm going all over the place right now. Click playlist, and then you go to swing trading videos. Some of these videos are 2-3 years old, and then you go to this channel here, Moustache Bot. You gotta type it like you're from the UK, Moustache. Moustache Discord Bot. Wait, that's not me. Here it is. I don't know why the channel isn't popping up. Here it is. This is a channel I used to upload on. It was literally just swing trading videos. And in these videos, I give credit to the original person who actually made these popular. Rest in peace to him now. He just passed away towards the end of last year. But Stephen Bigelow, I mean, without him, nobody would have an idea how powerful the 9, the 21, the 55, the 100, the 200 are as a combining effect with, you know, using supply and demand, using bearish and bullish candlesticks. You can see why something is bullish, where it might be going, what's a good invalidation point. Just using EMAs and just using candlestick patterns, it's crazy. And I have many live trade videos of me taking swings and day trades with these exact EMAs. The 9 though is one of the most powerful short-term EMAs ever. But that's the person who originally made that popular, and I don't remember where he got it from. I believe they just back tested it thousands of times, and then they found that it was very effective, and they used it for short-term, you know, information to kind of invalidate or validate with. You know, so let's say you had, you know, a low, and then you had a higher low, and then you have price breaking over the 9 EMA with a bullish engulfing, or maybe a piercing line happened, and then a couple days later they pop up over the 9 EMA. There's a very high probability that that goes and smacks the 21 EMA after that, and that can be used on all time frames. Now, I personally don't like to use it. I genuinely just like using the levels and patterns by themselves. But if you want to do that for swing trades, be my guest. It's a really, really good way to get yourself into swing trading more, or just analyzing. It's not even just about taking actual trades or not. It's also just good to be aware, have information. But yeah, you'll never see me hate on EMAs or anything. Now, I will say indicator trading can be ineffective if you're trying to be ahead of the game, because you are literally trading off of a lagging piece of information. But if you trade it with other information, like you just heard me explain, then it's strong, then it's effective. But when you trade it by itself, it's just like meh. But that's anything. You know, if you were to trade lines by themselves, they'd be meh. You know, you need to have other information alongside that, like, oh, are there lower highs against this, or are there higher lows against that? You need to know that, because it gives you more confidence, or it creates a higher or lower probability situation for yourself. But yeah, shout out to Steve. Also, he made candlestick patterns pretty popular. Now, he didn't invent them, but he gave credit to the people who did invent them, the Japanese rice traders. You know, they're people who would literally track down the information. They would see how we have candles. You see how we have candles and it opens, like, here, let's do this. So you see how this candle, the high of it's 470.13, the low of it's 469.71, the close is 470.09, the open's 469.96. You see how that's all put on the chart for me? I don't have to do any of that. People would do that manually way back in the day. They would do this for commodities mainly. But rice was one of the biggest commodities in Japan at the time, and they had been going through charting it like this, actually plotting, okay, when did this do that, when did who trade this, how much volume was in this, and by doing that, they would track patterns on their screen. I say chart. They didn't have any of that. On their plotted data, they would figure out, oh wow, a doji, that's a 50-50. Let's see if they get a positive or negative print after. They would find out what a piercing line was. They would figure out what a harami is. They would figure out what this is, what that is. And it was very interesting how they would do all of that just by simply plotting data and then looking at it a lot. And they would figure out, okay, this is bullish, this is bearish, and they would slowly backtest it more and more and more and more and more. And it was just very interesting in how it's come from there all the way to where patterns come today, where we're still using them because they are one of the most powerful representations in the market. If you see a piercing line followed up behind a bunch of higher lows in a base build, that is so bullish. It creates more bullish probability than anything. By itself, not really. And then also pretty incredible too how you can use those patterns. Like I keep saying piercing line, I'll just keep using that as an example. But you have a lower open than the previous day. You get past the previous day's halfway point. You can take a day trade above that previous day's low to that halfway point. You could take a day trade from that halfway point to the next level above. It's crazy how they're not just for swing trading. They can be used for everything. It's just powerful information in general. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. We are very close to 50. Over 130 people have joined today's stream. We have almost 80 sitting in here currently. Honored to have each and every one of you in here. Let me check Discord real quick, see if everybody's good still. BB, do you have the book Candlestick Bible? I thought I've seen it in one of the channels, but can't find it now. Trying to remember. It's different from the Candlestick Quiz, and different from the Japanese Rice Trader book. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing, man? Like, your name sticks out, dude. Ryan Worrell. Like, you look like you're supposed to be like a 4-star general or something. Alright, guys, let's switch over to Triple Q. SPY still holding pretty well. Triple Q still struggling, so we're still kind of in the same exact scenario we were at the open. We just have a lot more information now. A lot better information for bulls short term, but nothing super concrete yet. Nothing concrete enough to move the Triple Qs back into range. Some of its weights are holding pretty well. Tesla has an open ceiling to 245. We'll see if it actually gets there, though. JPM's kicking ass. Doing well, trying to mental trade today. Great to hear, great to hear. Do you guys ever feel like you need to like openly hold yourself accountable, guys? Open your chart, circle your entry and exits, and go over them in the trade results channel. Please don't feel like that's just for live trades. There's also mental trades, paper trades posted in there as well. So please go in there and post your reviews and break down what you did, break down what you thought, break down what you saw. Chuck, let me know if it was something different. I can't remember. Where is that going? Oh. Cuts. Paste. Okay, so not only did my chat find the free PDF to download the Candlestick Bible, somebody found the audio book on YouTube for free. What the hell? Chuck, if you go to the search bar, type in Candlestick Bible in Discord, you'll see a post by Misi and Festus on the very first search bar page. Which both of those ladies have been in chat for a very long time. Stopped out of mental poots for a small loss. Good looks, David. Holding yourself accountable. You gotta do 20 push-ups every time you post a loss now, damn it. Nah, maybe not 20. Maybe like 10. Thank you guys for over 50 likes on today's stream. Highly appreciate it. Damn, I see you, Sergey. Tough ass name, by the way. I think I said it before, but I would never get into a fight with someone named Sergey. And if you are, probably gonna lose that fight. 100 push-ups, B traders will be yacked. Timmy said he's out now too. Appreciate you, Sergey. Sounds good. I'm actually going to start back going to the gym. That sounds good, man. Being active. Or wait, I think you were talking about a different book. Stephen Bigelow's book is pinned. Oh, okay. Well, either way, that's the one people need to read. It did last week. This price action is snooze fest. It's good information, though. It is good information, but I won't sit here and be like, yeah, guys, this is exciting. It is good information, though. I mean, we're watching triple Qs start under the overall market. The tech sector's under the overall market. Now we're trying to see them try to take back, which so far they are. Oil data in 10 minutes, good call out by Daffy. That's in just under 10 minutes, everybody. Oil data coming out. Bank of America is breaking out of an ascending triangle. I'm in and will swing if needed. That's what CJ said. Nox just laughing at me in premium chat. It's a good patience practice to let the setup come to me when I play out of my setup because I'm bored L's all day. No, that you're 100% right though, and it's crazy that you're aware of it though. Like most people aren't even aware of it. You know, they'll be in the mindset of like, oh, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, and then I've done it before too. I'm sure everybody in here has. You know, you get kind of lazy and then you start taking just trades just to take them. And you don't feel as emotionally connected to them, so you let them run worse, or sometimes you let them run more, and then it ends up being very bloody for you. Very painful. I definitely feel that, man. But that's good that you're aware. Yo, 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 yo. What is up, Zeke? Almost sounded like I was about to intro into one of my videos right there. My bad. Leland said it's pinned in reason over risk as well. Okay, good. Hey, brother. Spy calls for me, targeting yesterday's high. Love how simple that was. Good plan, though. Blackout gambler. I like the plan. It is, of course, a little risky because of the tech sector not being in a better spot, but they are trying. They are still trying. They built really good base this morning, built off a higher low. They're building off of that. And this whole time, Spy's kind of doing the same thing. Except they never lost major supports from short term at least. So I like your plan. Especially if the tech sector gets going finally. And maybe not get going as in like, oh, everything starts rallying. Like maybe just some slight positivity would be what's needed for SPY to push a lot more. Apple is having a tough time today though. We have Microsoft holding inside of their inside bar. I can't believe I have to call out AVGO now, but they are actually holding a higher low from their open as well. Nvidia just hit another new high of day. Amazon holding a good higher low over 146 after having a very rough lower open overnight. Tesla also still holding fairly well after their higher low they just recently pushed past. Google Meta getting some life. Where's Netflix? Here it is. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Netflix did confirm breaking part of the inside bar. We'll see, do they make it into this next area of supply? I doubt they get up to here today, but I could see them hitting 478. This would be a lot more realistic than saying 485. No trades for you yet. Looks good, Zeke. Nothing wrong with that. Thanks, BB. I found it. It's got good info on it. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's really what I was worried about. Just make sure you got whatever you were looking for. Link me what you ended up finding. Like, DM me on Discord or tag me and link me. I'm interested to see what you were looking for. I couldn't remember if you meant like a different Candlestick Bible or if you meant Stephen Bigelow's or who the Japanese rice trader one. Which one you were talking about. I would share the SPY chart, but everybody beat me to it, so I'll just post the triple Q. Making a higher low here would look great for calls. Just make new high of day after consolidating above a key level. Oh, just made new high of day after consolidating above a key level. Timmy with the breakdowns today. On point, man. And thank you guys again for over 50 likes on today's stream. We had over 150 people click on today's stream, and we have 80 people sitting in here currently. That's incredible. Consolidating at pre-market high is usually good odds for going higher on SPY. That's why I'm in calls. No, you're right, Blackout. It's your new stream name, that's why. Oh, that's right. Y'all did help me come up with that. I think you're the one who came up with that one. Part of it was from Sandollar, and then I think you fixed it or edited it a little bit. But yeah, I do like that. I do like the title. I shall take mental calls. Watching A, B, and B. Good looks, SF. I can't tell because YouTube's like really bad, Ryan. But is this a one of those pixel art profile pics from like crypto? What do they call those? I already forgot the name. NFTs. Is that an NFT? Or is it just a really messed up photo? Okay, it is an NFT. Okay. I really couldn't tell. That's pretty cool. Do you have any active trades? Maybe. Not on SPY and triple Q. I'm in a trade with my premium group, but not really here to disclose that. If I take one on SPY or triple Q, I will let you know. Now, I'm not going to lie. I like puts a lot on triple Q as long as they don't pop the top of this gray area here. I like puts a lot. But the only thing that's kind of keeping me mixed on that, as well as vice versa on SPY chart for bulls, is that neither of these charts are on the same page. One of these are holding very well, one of these are not. They're doing the same thing as from today's open, but one of them is doing it under the previous day's information, while the other one is doing it above the previous day's information. So it's a little risky to be on either side, to be honest. You could get a quick flush, you could get a quick pop. We also have data oil coming out, or oil data coming out in 1 minute. No, I'm sorry, 2 seconds. 1, 0. I'm going to go to the energy chart. I want to see if that moves at all. That's why I didn't see it, because it wasn't as important. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. Jesus. I love this page the most. Because it's like, well, what does crude oil tell me? What to expect? An increase in inventories may suggest oversupply or weak demand, causing the potential for downward pressure on oil prices, while a decrease may indicate strong demand or disruptions in supply, adding the potential for an upside move in oil. Traders, investors, and policymakers closely monitor this report to gain insight into the current state of the oil market and potential price movements. There you go. What does that mean, Bueller? That's what it means. Oh, okay, this one. Yeah. That's what I had searched up too. Okay. Good job, Chuck. I'm glad you find it. You found it. Glad you find it. Oh, I forgot we did that giveaway. I was like, how did I send him the strike selection early? I was like, I didn't send anybody that early. I just DM'd you on DMU. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I just saw that. Because we had lower inventories, is bullish news. Demand went up. Yes, bullish. For now. Bullish for now. And why you're seeing a drop, Timmy, is that people buy the rumor and they sell the news. When the weakness gives out and all the weak hands leave, that's when the trend continues. So a lot of the time when you're looking at those news events, you'll sometimes get opposite reactions than you're expecting. I hate how much my daily job gets in the way of trading. Hey, man, but without your daily job, you wouldn't be able to look at this stuff for trading. So keep that in mind. Your job is important. You are important. But yes, can be frustrating. Leaving alerts, maybe we can come up with like a small checklist for anybody here who does have a job or family or something that gets in the way of their trading. Maybe we can come up with a checklist of things you can do to maybe alleviate some of those pressures, but nothing's ever going to be a for sure fix. I'll be honest with you, Ryan. You'll probably never see me call those out. I don't hate on anybody who does call out chart patterns. I'm just not really big into chart patterns. I like to follow trend, and the rules of those patterns, though. Like you said, ascending triangle. What is an ascending triangle? That's where you have higher lows and you have a converging high top go up against each other, right? Well, here you have higher lows, but you have highs as well, right? So you have a high, higher low, new high, higher low. So we have a nice uptrend going over the 469.70 level. So either way, we're kind of analyzing it the same way. I'm not taking that away from you. I'm just letting you know you probably won't hear me say that. You might not hear some people in here still like to refer to it, which again, totally fine. This is open forum. You call out what you want to call out. I'm not going to ever sit here and tell somebody you have to trade this way or you're dumb. Like, no, that would be dumb. That would be ignorant. Because there's an infinite number of ways to trade this market. Infinite number of ways. If there's 10 billion people, then there's 10 billion different ways you could trade. But no, I will understand what you're calling out. I was just letting you know. So in the future, if you're like, why isn't he calling these out? What the hell? Gosh, we look bullish, but they feel zero need to make it happen in the next few hours. That's exactly accurate, Timmy. I like exactly what you just said. That's on point. I would say that's a very good summary of what we're doing right now, price action wise. What if I called out GameStop? I don't know. Yo, Creator, it's so good seeing your name more and more again, man. I miss seeing your name pop up. He's like, what do you mean, man? I've been here. Nah, you're good, Ryan. If anything, if anything in the system, it's just keep it simple. You know, if there's highs and lows and higher lows and lower highs, focus on that. You know. But in my genuine opinion, chart patterns are pretty weak because of everybody going after them. Candlestick patterns are still slept on. Everyone thinks they know, oh, that's a bullish engulfing. Okay, well then trade it. Like, just because you can identify it doesn't mean that you're going to trade it. You know, and that's a very big misconception in candlestick trading. And that's why I find it advantageous, because everybody tries to trade off of it and fails, right? Whereas when you see... Actually, they don't even hesitate. They just hesitate. They don't even get into the trade. I should take that back. When you have people trading chart patterns, people get into those trades because they're expecting, oh, a bull flag, it has to go up. That's the common belief, right? But it's not always going to. They have invalidations too, and if it fails, whatever. You know, maybe it was a bull flag and it just failed. But people get into those plays and they don't ever let go because they think, oh, this always works. I've seen this before. I saw it in this one video. So that's why I don't like to call out chart patterns, because they are big misconceptions. But there are rules to them. If you have rules to them and you follow them, great. That's awesome. Because that's actually a systematic way of trading. But if you're just going after, oh, this is a ascending, let me just get into calls, it's not helping you. So that's my big thing. Is once you actually go to apply it, there's a huge difference in the playing field. Okay, I'll rephrase BAC. It was trading inside bar for 12 days. Damn. Was it really? I know a couple of those bank stocks been consolidating, but... Wow, he was not joking. He's seriously not joking. Wow. Yeah, that's 12 days. This would be your 13th, and it's popping out. Potential higher lows, and see the pop of that is crazy. Yo, keep this on a watch list. Do we have BAC on here? Let's keep it on here. Just to track that. That's interesting. Good eye. Who said that? CJ, good looks. Peoples. Looking for new high of day on SPY here. Yeah, triple Q, slightly positive. Still under that area. We'll see if they pop it. Like I said, Timmy's breakdown is pretty accurate. We need Roaring Kitty for that. Pebbles. Pepples. See, like when Alexis said it right there, he said SPY's bullflagging intraday. I know that when he says it, he's saying that there was a nice move to the upside, and then followed by that nice move to the upside, it pulled back and held a certain percentage of that nice move to the upside, and from there, it's now trying to move back up more. So I know what Alexis is saying when he says it, because I know that he follows the system. But if you want to go for those, you definitely can. But like Alexis, make sure you have rules behind them. Make sure you have invalidations. Make sure you have parameters. Like, okay, this is what I want to see if it does good. This is what I want to see when it does bad. And then follow it. Anything outside of that is just noise. I know I make it sound easier than it really is, but it can definitely be made easier. That's for sure. God, if you guys saw the trade I was holding in my premium chat. I'm sitting here watching Daffy go up 76%. What? This was the free one that he posted in TradeFloor, by the way. This is not the one that's hidden from people in Reason Over Risk or Beeler TA or Swing Trading. This is an open channel that anyone can see. Good job, Daffy. Jesus. Round of applause for Daffy. Round of applause for D-Touch. Round of applause for Leland. Round of applause to anybody in here who's been giving directions on trend today. We had Alexis. We had Timmy. Chuck. I can't even name everybody. Jack. I mean, everybody was doing great on updates today. 20% on calls. 3-0 on the week. Gotta go to work. Love you, B. Love you too, peoples. Have a great day, man. And kick-ass job on the 3 trades on the week. He's 3 for 3 this week. Out on SPY calls. Felt comfortable holding a structure never broke, and it slowly but surely kept building higher lows. You guys had a reason to be in. I like it. I like it. You had good reasons to be in. Hopefully none of you went in too heavy, though, due to the fact that we did have some hesitation here with the triple Qs being under, but even they are now pushing higher. So very, very good signs by the overall market as a whole. Like we said, even though it was awkward, there still was that chance that things try to retake. I'm very glad to see a lot of you guys not letting that bias get to you of, oh, we open lower, we have to dump. Good stuff, guys. Each and every one of you. Good updates this morning. And it took a lot longer than anticipated. It's already almost 2 hours after the... We're 17 minutes away from the 2-hour point. That's crazy. A lot of patience caught on the movements today. I caught 15% on Apple, bringing me back green after some god-awful trades early. That'll do it for me, though. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you later, King Carnage. Have a great day, man. That was a kick-ass breakdown by a lot of you. I still agree with Timmy's breakdown the most. Out of mental calls, I think there is room for if we can get above 470.70. Speaking of the devil, there's Timmy updating. Like I said, man, a lot of you guys have really good intuition. It's just piecing it together and having rules. Like, just, again, having structure and stability. I think a lot of y'all's intuition will carry you further. I would laugh so hard if everything just starts breaking out crazy. Everybody trap shorts. SPY popping Tuesday low of day. Chart on trade floor. Good update by Jack. Out here 27% on SPY calls. Great job, David Q. Another person dropping updates today. For real, David, everyone is, man. Everyone's doing the same thing. It's funny, too, because I'll get DMs from, like, 6 or 7 or, like, almost 8, almost 10 people, every single one of you this morning. Not just this morning, but different mornings. I'll get DMs from a lot of you, and it'll be about the same stuff every time. You guys will be like, look, I caught this trade at the upside from here to here. I did this. This is this level. This is that level. And then I'll get the next DM. It'll say the same or a similar thing. Another DM, same or similar thing. And it'll just be like that all morning. It's like, all right, good. Everybody was on the same page. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I need to check net. Oh my god, I did it. Let's go. Let's go. First target hit for the Netflix Inside Bar. Thank you for reminding me, Garden Trader. I know Microsoft didn't break yet, but by you saying Microsoft, it reminded me of Netflix because it did break. We had a 40% entry on this, and I said it'll most likely reach this level. I said I doubt it hits this one today, but it will most likely hit this one. So I will not update that any further since I kind of gave y'all an idea to get to here, not any further. But good job if anybody paid attention on that one. Very happy to see that one work out. Microsoft. Good call out, Garden Trader. Good memory, too. Remembering what setups are doing what and what we're looking for. Thank you again, Garden Trader. Hey, B, is it still valid for me to have Tuesday's supply on my chart? Today's Thursday, right? Tuesday's supply. I think I still have Tuesday's supply on my chart. Is this Tuesday? No, that's Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I still have it there too. No, it's valid because nothing broke it. So essentially, past this supply of previous day high, all we have, Timmy, is that Tuesday close, Tuesday open area, that small area, and then the Tuesday high supply. That's it. So yes, you are valid. Good question. Great question, to be honest. Great question. Just realized I've been sitting at a patient's driveway looking at the charts for the past 15 minutes when I was done a while ago. Oops. They're looking outside. What is this person doing? And what is a Robin Hood? Demand of Tuesday? Well, supply is valid. Demand was invalidated yesterday. They popped into it and rejected it. They even popped over it for a hair, so that's what made me delete it. Because that would have been right here. And this was fine here. Fine here. But then when they did this, it was like, okay, well, that needs to be our new focus then. Let me know if that makes sense. If not, Timmy, we can go over it some more. But it was broken through. It was invalidated. Wednesday high tried to break, but it failed. It did fail. It did fail. If you want, you could leave the entire area there. If you want to be like, let me include this. Going to the top of that red candle there. If you want to include that and then also include this, you could just include this with that zone. But you'll see, though, it ends up, you know, almost being included even with this. So even though it is a little bit ruined between that, it still ends up giving you the same information. The adjusted information, I should say. Great question, Timmy. I can really tell you're actually paying attention and actually going through the day-to-day context and understanding, like, all right, here's supply, here's demand. All right, this one broke, this one didn't. All right, delete that one, go to this one, this one. Because that right there, that's a tedious question. That was a very tedious answer I gave you, too. You know, it's not like you're going to have that exact situation all the time. But great question. I can really tell you're paying attention, man. I love to see it. Gotta stream Thursday night football at that point. Simple. What the hell are y'all talking about? Here for the 24-hour stream. if we can get past 348 and hold on meta, I'll probably enter more positions. XLC is getting. Oh, okay. He says getting exciting, like B was saying. I was like, what? Back in 2023, please say hi to me, the good old days. I was gonna make a bad joke, but never mind. And then he'll be like, all your jokes are bad, blah, 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 blah. Check UNHB, Daily Doji Sandwich playing, called in post charts for its potential to do so. Good looks, good looks. Keep telling the story of it. Oh, nice. In the perfect spot, too. I love the UNH chart. It's one of the... It's like one of the cleanest price action charts around, in my opinion. I know Sherman likes to look at it. I know you like to look at it. I know Daffy likes to look at it. And for anyone still holding PG, 80%. That was a hiccup, by the way. I was trying to hold it in, and then I failed. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. Alright, I'm back. Stay hydrated indeed, I agree. My bad, creator. I walked away right as you asked that. Slightly, but not amazingly. I mean, it didn't really have like a good hold of a good low. It broke it, came back above it, then it made a higher low. So if you go from the level, this one, that it broke back above to the high of the move before the slowdown, yes, it did hold a higher low. You could even cheat and be like, well, what about the whole move itself? Well, that's even better. So, I mean, either way, yeah, it did have a buy the dip move, if this is what you're asking about. But it just wasn't as strong because it was so quick. It was the course of 5 candles, which some of the BTD setups take a lot longer than that. So if you end up missing it, totally not a biggie. But it did have the rules of everything, and the main goal of doing that is to get back to the open, to kind of have like a return to the mean, kind of zero itself out, back to square one kind of thing. Is to get back to the open or wherever it fell from in some certain scenarios. But in this one, they just wanted to get back to today's open, it looks like, which is the highest probability target almost every single time you see that setup, where it retakes the low and then it builds that higher low from the level to the high of the move before the slowdown. That's what gets you that signal to that target, and that's why that's the target. Sorry for being very late on answering your question. Potential 3-bar place by 5-minute, manifesting this. Oh, the 2025 BB-Fam International Reunion. Coming to a theater near you. Remember, your body needs salt to activate your sodium-potassium pump, which is how your body actually turns water into hydration. Timmy said lead test. He's looking for a rejection of the previous day high supply until we see anything else. Good looks. Am I able to join the Discord? Aren't you in there? Thought I saw you in there. Are you not? But yes, to answer your question, yes, you were able to join the Discord. Here's a link to that. Wasn't sure if I was going to get kicked. Why would you get kicked? What do you... Well, you got a sketchy ass page or something? The rules we have in here is don't be a dick. Be respectable. Don't scam, don't spam. I mean, that's about it. Pretty safe around here. Pretty simple rules, you know. You just didn't know if it costed anything? I mean, you could join for free. You don't have to have any membership. You won't have a lot of the channels, but you'll have all the, like... Yeah, speak of the devil. My bad, Ryan. Sorry. As you were literally asking about the Discord and stuff, a spammer joined. Like, literally, as I'm saying no spamming, somebody went into chat and spammed. That's crazy. Unless it's Ryan trolling me. Sky Bueller is such a Chad. Never heard that before. He gives almost everything. I do almost. It's funny. Like, the only reason I make any money on anything is because of my chat. Like, people will literally be like, "Bueller, you need to charge for this shit. Like this and that, this and that. You're not charging enough." Like, even my latest course, I have some people in Lifetime chat that genuinely don't like me right now because I posted that course and it's only $75, and it's like, yeah. I didn't want to charge a lot for it. My whole point was that you could buy the first course and the second course for not that much money. I mean, like just over $300, and you have both courses. You can't really say the same about other communities. You know, you go to another community, and it's $500 just to buy one of those. It's $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 just to get one of those. You know, and I'm giving two away for a fraction of that. That's my whole thing. Is I'm just trying to outsell everybody, because a lot of people are selling my information 10 times more than I charge for it. So my thinking is, if I just undercut all of them, and I'm the original guy posting this content, yes, I will get to more people and I will help more people. It's just math. You've gotten a few DMs from imposters. Definitely just keep blocking them, keep banning them, keep ignoring them. If you want to really be protected, you can just go to my account, add me as a friend, I will accept you. Or you could just leave it as is right now, and anytime a Bueller messages you, just block them, because I do not have time to reach out to each and every one of you. Sometimes I reach out to members for random things, but it's never like, yo, I need money, man. Yo, you got a crypto address? I'm really itching over here. Like, I'm not ever gonna come out to you and reach out for money. Trader, just saw what you said in chat. Good call out by Zeke on the 5-minute 9 EMA test. Are you Viztex? Ryan, are you Viztex? Okay. Who in here is sack and save? Is sack and save in the stream right now? Sack and save on Discord? That's you? God, I love your profile pic. Alright, I was just making sure before I just accepted random friend requests. Making sure. Viztex. Let me see. So Viztex, or Ryan, I don't, God, why do I keep doing that? Since you have the Bueller, hold up, where are you at? Sack and save. Oh, you're good. You already have a membership. You're good. There's a role for people who don't have memberships on Discord but do have one on YouTube, and it literally only gives you access to Reason Over Risk, which is the channel that you see the call-outs in from me and my friends. The ideas that we post. Again, we are not financial advisors, but that is the channel that you get access to, and it's because that's where my daily levels go, my daily list, my watch list, some of the plays from me and my friends, like I said. Now, that's not where everything goes, but that is where some of the crucial information goes. And that's one of the channels you get. That's the only channel you get access to with that role. I should probably include daily updates into that too, but we'll just leave it out. How do I get the other channels? Well, I'm not trying to play salesman right now, but if you go to upgrade channel, there's a link to sign up. There's 3 memberships. One of them gets you pretty much it does get you the entire trade floor and all of the educational section. That's what basic gets you. Premium gives you all of that and VIP section. And then lifetime gets you literally everything in here except this channel here, but that's because this is inactive. But I'm not going to click on that because I'm not trying to leak info that's in there. But that was how you would get access to other channels. Yo, for profit, are you still in here? If you are, did you click that button that's under the thing on that last screenshot you sent me? Where it says claim roles or whatever. Did you click that? If you did, that's good. I'm just making sure. I'm from the outside looking in, you know, so I'm just trying to make sure everything was covered. By the way, guys, you have bearish confirmation. You have a high and a lower high rejecting with the bearish candle. If you get the closed confirmation under 470.40s, you do have a pullback initiating. Of course, if you're on the 1 minute, you've already probably caught part of this. But on the 5 minute, we are still fighting to close under. That is SPY hitting the previous day high supply. Bruh. Relax, Netflix. Relax. Relax. $480.74. Can you believe I said, yeah, it'll probably hit this, but there's no way it hits this, and now it is literally halfway to hitting it. Netflix making it possible to do anything, I guess. How's Microsoft? That was the other one that didn't break yet. Okay, they got up to it, slowed down. All right. Which, not really surprised by that one. They've made a habit of it over the past couple, well, I want to say weeks, but past couple months, really. Am I gonna have to short John Deere? Why did I draw that? It's irrelevant now, though. Delete the trend lines. This is why you keep smart people around you, so you can ask them questions you can't think about. Sinful added an actual coin emote onto the coin chart I posted. Ah, it does. For profit, that's funny. I was messaging my friend and he was saying it could also be something being processed. Like sometimes it takes a day or two to process, and maybe that's why. But yeah, no, you have it now. Okay, bet. All right, so for profit. Go to this part. This is the other owner, by the way. This is who I was talking to about your situation. I was like, I've never seen this. So I can't show everything because then, of course, things will be revealed. But please go on to the Lifetime channel and you scroll up and there's actually a message. It's right here, look, and it doesn't show the code. But if you click this, it takes you to it, and then you get the code that gives you the thing for free, the course for free. You can have it. I mean, I say for free, but you just paid, but you know what I meant. It comes at no extra cost. Leland. My bad. I'll go back. Then put your smack in. Good stuff. Did anybody take that, by the way? We talked about the potential high and lower high cracking down with a closed confirmation on the 5-minute. We have finally made it down. Make this smaller. It's too bright. To the support level of 469.70. I typed called out puts on stream and first target is hitting. Look, first message in chat after me is him talking about NVIDIA. Good job, Scott. Kick ass. And remember, too, we also said if you were someone who was on the 1 minute, you probably got in before that, but they seem to have closed pretty close to the same area. This one closed here on your 1 minute. This closed here on your 5 minutes. So you genuinely got the same entry. This one might have been worst entry cost, though, due to momentum, volatility changing. But with this drop, quick scalps made down to 469.70s. Definitely a good first target. If you guys are going to hold on to this trade with runners, I would draw a fib from here to our first target, and I would keep your stop loss at this area for your runners. You can also remove this. You can also make your next target the next basing point, but let me check out the 5 minute real quick. Yeah. Whatever this is right here, the low of this, I would make that your next target, and if that can get past, then you can get down to here. Whatever the next basing is, so down here. So this is your second target, and then you can leave your stop loss runner here. When it gets here, it's already getting there. You might as well just sell some now, and then leave your runners here or here for your stop loss, and then leave your third target for here. So if anybody's still sitting in that, that's how you should adjust the rest of your trade. You should have an idea for if you want to get out of some of your other trades, or if you just want to focus on that. But now you have an idea for what your runners and your stop loss need to do. And I'll leave those levels there in case somebody is still trading that. But overall, great job trading a high and lower high against the supply of previous day high and waiting for the next level outside of that to break. That's all you really did right there. And wow, good job. You actually hit that second target. All within that next minute. Thank you, Blue, for everything you do. It shows us how much you care. Appreciate you, Scott. Glad you took that opportunity. And it's not about the money, man. I seriously hope that you understood why you took that trade, too. Because that is going to be a lot more meaningful to you and your future than the money is. Well, in my opinion. Unless you made like $1 billion, then of course it couldn't. Because you don't need to trade anymore if you made $1 billion. That's a joke, by the way. Good stuff, though. My bad, Timmy. You said, is fib from 10 a.m. to high of day viable for potential lead test? 10 a.m. my time? Wait, 10? Here to here? I don't even know why you would draw that fib, to be honest. 9 your time. My bad, my bad. Oh, you're going from the higher low to the high of that move, and then you're seeing, okay, let me see if it goes. Okay, you're doing the bullish fib. My bad. That would not be a lead test if that's how you're drawing your fib, but your fib does make sense, though. You're essentially going from the buy the dip move to the high of the move, and then you're seeing, does it come down to the control point golden pocket, which that's crazy how that lined up. Did y'all see that? The low of that to that ends up lining up with our two targets that we pretty much talked about. That's crazy. No, you're good, Timmy. I mean, it's not a lead test, but I mean, you pointed out the other very important thing. You talked about the bullish trend aspect, because technically, SPY hasn't broken the previous day lows. We held them, we built a higher low, pushed higher, built another higher low, made it up to here. And yeah, we were talking about short trades. That's because we're a bunch of bears in here, but honestly, it's still important to talk about. Oh, well, the buy the dip, like creator and somebody else brought up Apple, the buy the dip move, and you could see the same thing did appear here on SPY. So your fib makes sense. I'm not going to sit here and bash you for that. Yo, nice stuff. That's funny how our targets lined up, though, because I didn't even think about drawing it like that. But that it does make sense, though, because you're essentially just drawing a fib of the entire bullish move. And then as it's pulling back, you're seeing of that bullish move, what percentage of it is it holding. So right now it's still holding up a bullish area if you're going off of that fib. Yo, very, very nice. Yo, good job, Jack, as well. Jack also calling out the selling pressure. Now, I won't lie, I wish I had time to type that out to my premium chat. We still gave premium their fill today, though. Netflix was one that I found. I actually found it the night before, but I didn't post it because the main focus was Microsoft, the inside bar in Microsoft. This was the focus. I was trying to think of the ticker. And then I posted NVIDIA. We're talking about just other charts on watch. But one that I really liked was, where are we at now? Was the Netflix chart. It had the same setup as Microsoft, but see, this one's actually been moving, whereas Microsoft the past few weeks, past few months, has just been consolidating in a large area. We talked about that earlier. So we drew our levels on this. We talked about if this breaks, you can look for at least this area. I said this was probably not going to happen today. It'll probably happen because it's Netflix. But a good passive target was around this 478, good psychological level at 480. So that was really cool too. Talked about the breaking to the upside on the 5-minute right after it happened, and then also talked about how it just kept going up over the previous, or over the continuous, 15, 20, 25 minutes, and then it hit the target. So very interesting. And then also pointing out that it hit the psychological level. So we try to give ideas and stuff every day, even if we don't type an exact contract every time. But pretty cool to see that Netflix did actually make it to that target. I'll genuinely laugh, though, if it hits 485 today. But in no way, shape, or form should you ever be targeting that in your first go. That just wouldn't be feasible. We do have a slowdown. A lot of tech charts are slowing down, too. SPY came down. Qs are back and potentially losing the crucial support they tried to retake earlier. Netflix, coin. BA. What's going on here? Oh, I must have only just gone up to that high. That's some more. Previous day supply, previous day demand, previous day high, low. Previous day open. Previous day close. Oops, that's not the close. It's right there. So Boeing today, higher open, impulse move, held a double bottom on the previous day low demand. Pumped from that, made it to the previous day open, not the supply. And I've just been consolidating here ever since. That's a super clean chart. I'm trying to make a better habit of sharing the chart link every single time. Oh wait, I can welcome you to the lifetime now, full profit. That's what's up, man. We got a lifetime member last week. We got a lifetime member this week. That's awesome, man. And it's all residual too. I never like try to pressure anybody. You know, if somebody wants to get it, that's awesome. I've showed up some people get it and they don't say anything to me, and then I'll message them and be like, yo, you know, do you know you have lifetime role? Because I've never seen them type and never seen them be like, yeah, I just got it out of respect of the channel and this and that. I'm like, damn. Like, some people don't even use the Discord. They just go buy a membership just out of respect. It's like, that shit's crazy. Boss, check out UNH. Only because you said so. Oh yeah, Jack had me look at this. The doji sandwich kept going and they kept rallying. They're kind of into that resistance that I was talking about too. We talked about this being like a short-term base for them to try and hold to move higher. They failed that, of course. Move lower. But now they're back up to that same level again. Which I think this is the last time we really talked about this in depth on stream. And then since then, Sherman has called out moves to the downside and the upside. Of course, with the big, pretty much triple inside bar. Went in with very big size, half out. Did short 40 con out and down to 13 con. We talked about the sizing up. Good stuff, Mel. Yeah, just keep doing the same thing. The math is the only thing that changed, Mel. Your methods, the process, what you're doing, none of that should change. The only thing that changes is the math. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're still going for the same percentages. You're still going for the same targets. Still going for the same trades. It's just with different numbers now. Keep it a numbers game. Good stuff, Mel. Tesla hitting target now. Called in chat. Next is OP, CP, GP. Opening day price. Oh, my bad. I typed CDO. Opening price also makes sense. Damn, I should have thought of that. I got CDO for current day open. He's saying OP for opening price. It's pretty smart. Let me see in chat what you broke down. Good to see you, by the way, Maps. Good to see you. Oh, my bad. You probably posted in Trade 4. Oh, here you are. If we hold below 241.10, we can test the test of golden pocket and opening price. Okay, so you kind of did the same thing we did just now with SPY, but he did it with Tesla. Wow, very nice, Maps. Very nice. And then he said, oh, here's another update. It was breaking. Oh, nice, 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 nice. I feel like I've said nice 100 times today. Seriously though, Maps, that was very clean. Likewise, brother, Happy New Year. First day back to trading. Work has been busy. Dude, that was a kick-ass trade though, dude. I like that. He basically broke down how it made the high and the lower high and then came down to a calculated area. I'm on the wrong chart, by the way. Sorry. I didn't update mine. Control is definitely made here, though. Q's losing support again. I'll delete these levels now. These were, again, just kind of targets for that trade that we were talking about. Hopefully you guys added those to your own by now. AMD. AMD did all right, even with... I mean, NVIDIA killed it, but, you know, AMD did kind of the same thing. It made it to the top of its range. Previous day range. Keep coin on watch. I keep talking about the importance of how this chart can really get to moving to either side. If it comes up here and rejects and pulls down, it could be a very nice pullback. If it ends up building base over the next couple weeks, could be a very nice build-up move. Nike really taking that hit. They're already down really close to only $3 above the 100 mark again. John Deere short swings looking pretty good, not gonna lie. Should probably move this arrow. Oops, wrong channel. Almost typed that in the wrong channel.